friends, and welcome to this video which I know you absolutely love, and that's the best toys for a 5-year-old boy. So basically my son has recently turned 5 and I know exactly the things that he loves to play, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. So what I'm going to do is actually bundle some things together because they're very similar, and trust me, we've got a lot of toys, but they're also like in the theme of each other. You'll know what I mean in a second. The other thing is I'm going to make sure and link as much as possible down below in the description box just for you guys, so that it's super easy for you to buy anything if you do fancy it. I very much hope that they enjoy each and every one of those things that you might buy. And what you're going to do right now for me as a thank you for providing such useful content is you're going to subscribe to my channel and like this video. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Let's go. Something new in our lives is Lego. We have been loving the actual classic Lego, whether it's the Lego sets or whether it's the bundle of Lego that you want. So I, for his 5th birthday, bought him a bundle, but because it's also in that age range, I did notice that we had family and friends who also gifted the specific Lego pieces, or rather Lego groupings, or it's like a bundle basically that creates something. So we made something from Minecraft, we've got like vehicle ones, and we're most recently started doing a train one. So basically Lego is a fun one for a 5-year-old. I think it's the fact that you get to be more imaginative with it, whether it's you're following instructions, so you're better at it, because I say your 5-year-old is better at it because they're a lot more grown up, so they're actually understanding, okay, so I need to do number 1, number 2, number 3. But also when you're just playing and having free play, it's really great fun to basically use your imagination and create, like, whether it's a monster, whether it's like a whole building, and basically it's just having fun with what you've got, and that is Lego. And that's one of the pieces that I remember as a child myself, and I'm sure this goes back to many generations as well. So it's one of those classic games that never goes out of style. So if you've got other kids that you can pass on to, basically it's a great one to keep in the family for years and years. Let's talk about our first groupings of toys, and that is sports toys. So I have a really active 5-year-old who does not stop moving, so he would like anything to do with basketball, which we've got tennis, we've got football, we've got even golf, which is a super fun one, and the recent one that we've basically curated within our bundle of toys. But essentially anything sporty, especially for someone really active, you can do these indoors. We had like a indoor crochet at one point as well, which was the Gruffalo, so very much recommend these kinds of toys. I know that recently my friend bought us the basketball as well, so we pinned the basketball hoop up on top, and then my son would use this sponge ball basically, which is like a basketball. So it's not actually the big basketballs, just to confirm, it's like a sponge ball, and then you throw it. And she said that her boy absolutely loved it, and she thought that my son would as well. So what they'd usually do if they're still tired before bedtime is that they'd use this like sporty activity to get the child as tired as possible and ready for bedtime. So for my son's latest birthday, I actually asked family and friends to give us non-physical gifts as much as possible. So this is because we have an extension plan, so I was worried about having anything physical to have to put away, because we're not going to have access to the kitchen, we're not going to have access to the back room. So basically talking about it logistically, but actually I think that these non-physical gifts are actually really good as well. So a lot of these doesn't have to be money or vouchers, which a voucher is quite a fun one, because I had that time when my son got a voucher and then he actually chose the gift himself later on by going to the store and choosing the toy that he actually wanted and he still plays with. If you wanted to see that video, I'll make sure to link that down below. But essentially my son went into I think it was Smith's, so Smith's, the toys shop, And basically he chose a car track with some cars and some monster trucks as well. So yeah, I absolutely love that. But essentially, if we take like the money side out of the picture, because money is always great, isn't it? Because you can use it for like holidays, you can use it for other things that they might need. But I would also recommend experiences, so whether it's family experiences, whether it's experiences to do with family members. So for example, my sister, so my son's auntie, wants to take my son like on an experience with the girls as well. So I say the girls because I've got 2 nieces. So basically take all the kids out on an experience, but it also means that they spend time together. It's that quality family time. And it's such a great present because I know my son absolutely loves seeing his cousins. Let's talk about dress up and play pretend. So recently, on the last day before summer break, my son was asked by his school to dress up as something that he wishes to be when he grows up. So essentially he decided to go as a policeman, but it was so great to see everybody in the class join in. So there were loads of policemen, there was firemen, there were some superheroes, which is great. And we also had like a paleontologist, and it was just so fun and so lovely to see them actually like think of these things of what do I want to do when I grow up, but also dress up and make believe, and they had such a fun time as well. So what I'm trying to say is that toys essentially can also be dress up toys. So this could be like policemen, firemen, doctors. We really love our doctor set still as well. And then you play pretend, you play together, you role play basically, and it's loads of fun. But it also helps them understand what each role is. So for example, a dentist was another good one, because before he went to the dentist I was able to explain to him what happens at the dentist chair before we even got there. So in my opinion, that really helps them understand what to expect and what they need to do for the dentist as well. So one that I mention in every single video of the best toys for like an active boy, and this has made the list again because it's so good, and that's cars, car tracks and trains. It's one of our favorites, and I don't mean to be sexist. It's something literally that my son is obsessed with without me even trying. To be honest, even now, if we get my son a new car, for example, or something to do with his trains or a car track, even though he's got like hundreds of these things, even though he's got different varieties of these car tracks and different colors of cars, he still gets so excited and absolutely loves a gift like that. So I would very much recommend it, and I'd still put it on the list, and I'll probably say this is one of the top toys that I'd say if I have to put away all the toys that he's got, I would still keep this out, because I know that he will play it time and time again. So this one he has loved for a couple of years now, and it hasn't made the list before because I thought it was quite a niche toy. However, we absolutely love Jenga. Jenga is super fun, and we recently got, so I say recently, we're at Christmas, got the bigger Jenga, which is a lot easier to handle. Before that we had like a tiny one, like a mini version. So there's different varieties of these Jengas, but essentially you know what this is. It's one of those classic games that you would have had as a child as well, no doubt. It's one of those games that you can totally play individually or as a family and lots of people together. So it's a great fun. There's lots of like the Jenga pieces actually falling, which is a lot of fun as well. Sometimes my child, when he was a toddler, he would have liked to like build those things up and then just break them down. A little bit annoying for us, but great fun for the toddler. But now that he's older and he's 5, he actually enjoys playing by the rules. So it's great fun to see that competitive side coming out, and Jenga is so much fun, and I think it's definitely an overlooked toy. we are still loving Kinetic Sand, and we're constantly going back to this one time and time again. Kinetic Sand is so much fun. It's a little bit like different to Play-Doh, so we play Play-Doh as well, but I do think that as they get older they probably prefer Kinetic Sand. It's so satisfying. I still love it as an adult. I love the way it goes through my fingers. I love making shapes with it, and it's just a load of fun, and you can get different colors. I know that my son mixed up some colors one time, so it's nice to get like that refresh and actually have the separate beautiful bright colors as well, and the different shape. We've even put couple of toys together. So for example, we'd hide the little cars, the Hot Wheels cars, in the sand, Kinetic Sand, and make shapes around it, and then make little stories out of it as well, out of how they have to get out the lava, which is the Kinetic Sand basically. So it's loads of fun. It's definitely creative, and you can definitely play with lots of your imagination to create different role plays. So something that's quite different is actually like archaeology sets and like digging kits. We've tried this for the first time during Christmas, and I definitely think he's more interested in that kind of stuff now that he's a bit older. So I'd very much recommend like digging sets. And what we had is actually finding real insects, which were, I think, I don't want to say sap, I think it was like in a see-through rock, so maybe it was like an acrylic of some sort or resin, but basically he had to dig through lots of different material to get to this real insect. So he's learning about insects at the same time as digging for them and understanding basically a little bit more about archaeology, fossils, potentially even dinosaurs, depending on the set that you get. So it's real good fun. It's something different. They have to wear goggles and be all scientific about it as well, so different tools that they need to use to actually dig, and it's very educational too. So another toy that keeps coming back into our lives time and time again, and in different scenarios too, and that's ball pit balls. We absolutely love them. So when he was little, I sort of ended up just throwing them all around, whether it was all around the room or whether it was all down the steps and down the stairs from the first floor down to the ground floor. But my son loves them so much that for his birthday party he actually asked for a ball pit as well. So what I ended up doing is getting a paddling pool and then filling that up with all the ball pit balls, which went everywhere, but it was so much fun for the kids. They absolutely loved it. The dog loves it as well, so annoyingly he does chew the balls up here and there, but everybody had loads of fun, and isn't that the main thing? I hope that you don't find this one a controversial one, but guns is also something that's a lot of fun for especially a 5-year-old boy. They're different types of guns. For Christmas my son asked for water guns. He also ended up getting laser tag, which is super fun, and also Nerf guns as well that he's still enjoying. So basically all of these types of guns are just a lot of fun. You just have to make sure that you put some rules behind it to make sure that they do this safely. But water guns are great for the summer and great for like a wider activity with lots of different children running around and crazy. So something that I should have put as a rule is not to go inside for the water guns, which unfortunately I forgot. My number one rule was not to get any adults with the water guns. But yeah, anyway, I'd also recommend Nerf guns, and we have like a bullseye that you can actually get to, and then you count the points, so that's a great one and good for competitiveness. And then there's also laser tag, which is super fun. So he got that as a present from his uncle, and basically it's a great way to get the kids running around. It's also a good one if you've only got 2 kids or if you've got 4 kids, depending on how many laser tags you've got. But they've got to put these goggles on and basically run around the house trying to shoot each other, which is not actually physical, it's all digitally, because there's this basically monitor, or I forgot what they're called, like basically a sensor that understands that if somebody shoots and you're not on their team, then they get basically your lives taken away, and they've got 3 lives. And basically it's just loads of fun, and I've played with my son as well, which is great fun, running around the house and getting competitive and moving around. So if you've got an active child, this one's a great one, even for indoors as well. So a really great one. Something that never goes out of fashion, and that's our trampoline and swing. So we use this whether it's summer or winter, but we are very lucky that we have a garden, and essentially if we aren't able to go to the park, or if he just wants to let out some steam quite quickly before we go somewhere, or between clubs, you know, after school, or some, like, for any reason that we can't go out to the park, he then goes into the garden and is able to let some of that energy out. Especially the trampoline has been amazing. Like, we've used it time and time again. It's got holes in which we want to repair quite very soon, but essentially it's lasted us for years and years and years, so definitely worth the money. As they get more sophisticated, so do their toys, and for his 5th birthday we bought our son a Nintendo Switch. He absolutely loves his Mario and lots of other games on the Wii, so we thought we'll actually try something a little bit more portable, and that's the Nintendo Switch. And I don't know about you guys, and obviously I don't recommend essentially for 5-year-old to buy an Xbox, but we've also really been into Minecraft as a whole family, and we've found that really rewarding. We've really enjoyed playing together and still do. And basically just have a think about a gaming console for your child that they might enjoy. I always grew up with like digital toys and consoles myself, so I know how excited I got to actually play these things, and my husband as well, he's absolutely the same. So it was really great to be able to basically get our son into something that we as adults still enjoy as well. So do something as a family. We are a gamer family, I guess, so that's something that we really enjoy doing, and that is why we'd recommend it. So definitely Mario, so Super Mario Brothers or the Mario Karts, and Minecraft are definitely our top 2 favourites at the moment. So last but not least, what we know that we play all the time, I'm going to bundle this one up all in one, but that's board games. We have so many board games that we absolutely love playing. We have loads of games that are age appropriate. We've got lots of games that basically he can grow into. We have games that we can basically, I don't want to say dumb down, but make the rules much easier for a younger child if we need to, and I'd very much recommend them. So whether it's like, we love Snackosaurus Rex, which has been really fun. We've got Guess Who, which is superb. Connect 4, you know, lots of these games. The Gruffalo board game is still a favourite. I've mentioned this one time and time again. And we've also got Monopoly Junior, you know, those kinds of games. But board games are great. I did a video around how you can store it as well, so I'll make sure to link that down below. But apart from the organisational side of things, we know that we're going to be going back to these time and time again as he grows up. We know that we enjoy playing them as a family, so it's a really great one for no screen days if you do those. Nobody ever says, oh, I've got enough board games, you know, so it's always a great one to be able to share the love and buy them for, like, you know, birthday presents or Christmas as well. I hope you like my list of things for an active 5-year-old boy. I really hope that you end up buying something so fun, so superb. As always, I've linked as much as I can down below, so make sure to choose your item. And I hope that everybody has fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!